In moments of uncertainty and chaos, when it feels like the world is spinning out of control, we often seek answers and direction. We look for a sign that everything will be okay, for reassurance that someone is in control, even when we feel powerless. Today we reflect on Psalm 2, which speaks of God's anointed, His sovereign reign, and the ultimate victory over the forces of darkness. In a time where so much is beyond our control, this prayer reminds us that there is a divine plan unfolding, and we are called to trust in the reign of the Lord's anointed. We come before the Lord, recognizing His authority over all things, both seen and unseen. The world may rage, nations may conspire, and it may seem like chaos is winning, but Psalm 2 teaches us that God has already established His king, and no force can stand against His power. When we feel overwhelmed, we can find strength and peace in the knowledge that the Lord's anointed reigns forever, and His purpose will prevail. As we reflect on this powerful psalm, we are reminded of our place in God's grand design. The challenges we face, whether they are personal struggles or the turmoil we witness in the world, are all under His control. No matter how loud the noise of life becomes, God's voice is louder, His will is stronger, His plan is greater. Psalm 2 reminds us to turn our eyes away from the storms that rage around us and instead focus on the eternal reign of Christ, the Anointed One. In Him, we find peace. In Him, we find victory. When our hearts are heavy and our spirits are low, this psalm calls us to take refuge in Him, knowing that He is in control, even when life feels out of control. So today, as we pray, let us remember that God's reign is eternal and His love is unshakable. His anointed King reigns with justice and mercy, and we are never alone in our battles. When the world feels overwhelming, we can rest in the knowledge that the Lord is still on His throne, and nothing can stand against His will. If this message has touched your heart, I encourage you to share it with others who may be struggling. Let's spread the hope and peace that comes from knowing that the Lord's anointed reigns. Together we can lift each other up and remind the world that God's plan is unstoppable. Stay strong, take refuge in Him, and trust in the power of His reign.